Hello friends, I want to talk about a deck today. She's not just a deck, she's more like a close friend of mine, a mentor, a feminist icon. Her name is Barbara Walker Tarot. It's only really available in the tin at the moment. There's also like a cardboard box version and it has a picture of the Norse god Hel on the front. And that one goes for like $150 on eBay, but you can get this tin for like 20 bucks tops. I ordered mine off of Thrift Books, which is where I like to get my books. And they have a really intense tarot deck selection as well. They had like 9 pages of tarot decks. Did I go through all of them? Yeah, I did. You should check out Thrift Books. The prices are really good and they do free shipping a lot of the time. This is my signifier card in this deck. I'm just gonna leave that in. This is my signifier. My very close friend had this deck and was like, I'm having trouble working with it. Some of the imagery is too intense for me. I'm not enjoying the pulls that I'm having. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck as well, the Four of Swords. I would go to dinner with her, I'm not gonna lie. But the imagery was kind of freaking my friend out a little bit. It's Kali. Love her. So she lent me the deck, fell in love with it immediately. The tarot deck that I had used before this deck was, I'd used a lot of my friends' decks, but I actually was just using playing cards at the time and I didn't have a tarot deck. One I'd used the most previously was the Gentle Tarot, which I wish I could remember the creator's name, but it was like a tarot deck inspired by a relationship between indigenous people and Alaskan land, and it was really beautiful. It's called the Gentle Tarot. It's always really, really easy on you, sweet. It's very like, you should take care of yourself, you should choose yourself, sit with the feeling, go into nature. That was always kind of the vibe. And Barbara brings a lot of occultist intensity to this deck. So that's been an interesting switch and it really clicked with me. I'm a tough love kind of person. I don't like it to be aggressive, but I like the truth. So this deck really does that for me. I really get to have some challenging conversations with this deck. The morals of this deck really align with me, especially with Barbara Walker being the feminist icon that she is, creating this deck in, I think it was like 86 that she created this deck that it was produced. This was like one of the first cards that I pulled with this and I was like, what is going on? She pulls from mythology from all over the world. It honestly leans a little Norse. This is another, I feel like, signifier card for me. Yeah, long story short, I was borrowing my friend's deck, fell absolutely deeply in love with it. It didn't always read well for others, it really depended. It confused a lot of people that I was reading with. Kind of learned to reserve her for people who resonated with the energy a little bit more. And with the people that it clicks with, it really clicks. I also love that they're like playing card sized. I would say I have tiny hands. I would say that, a pass. Yeah, the people that it clicks with, it really clicks with. There's the double card for you. I was one of those people and I did some reads with my friend after developing a little bit more of a relationship with the deck. This is actually her signifier card in the deck, which is fun, but that's gonna come out right as I'm talking about her. But we did some reads together and it started to click for her and seem less intimidating, and that was really cool. I gave her the deck back. It was also a deck that her grandmother has passed away, had like kind of signified that she was felt she's in the deck. She's communicating through the deck. So I was like, let's give this back to my friend. So long story short, I ordered my own copy and I am really grateful. When I first got it, I was like upset that it didn't smell and look exactly like my friends. Like the cards weren't worn in and it didn't smell like a million rounds of weed and incense, but I feel like we've begun building our relationship and I can't explain how happy it makes me to work with this deck. I love this deck. You know what? Let's just make this a haul. I don't like encouraging consumerism. But I did order some other stuff that I would love to show you as well from Thrift Books. I have Anne Stokes Gothic Oracle here, which this is an inner child deck, is the way that I've really come to terms with this. I looked at so many Oracle decks. So many of them looked like very precise, but ultimately I went with the one that had dragons in it. I remember going on vacation with my parents to the redwoods in San Francisco. Well, we were going to San Francisco and we happened to see the redwoods, but I was reading these books about dragons, this series about dragons, and this girl who was like a warrior hero working with dragons. It felt so inspiring and made me feel so much more in tune with myself and with nature. I don't know what dragon energy means to me still, but I'm like called to dragon energy. That's so cute to say. Like, we know this, but it's nice to come back around to that. Anyway, I was walking through the California redwoods daydreaming about dragons. So I kind of want to pull a card because I haven't used this deck a lot, but this is Anne Stokes Gothic Oracle, and her art style speaks to me so much. This, I don't know, as someone who grew up with a lot of fantasy and also grew up with like Ed Hardy being popular, this just feels so good to me. I will say that I wish the deck had more diversity in bodies and queerness and skin color, but I think it's a beautiful deck, and I don't know. Like, let's all send Anne Stokes an email and ask if she could, because it's such a modern deck too. Like, it's not. You had to be around in 2010 to see this kind of stuff, but a deck like this, but with body diversity and different skin colors, different gender expressions, like, this would be hot. I just want to say, and like, the queers would buy the fuck out of this deck. This would be like a cult classic favorite if you made it diverse. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. Okay. First Oracle deck. I haven't worked with Oracle decks a whole lot. I love when my friends have an Oracle deck to bring out. Ooh, okay. We've got a beautiful card, Beyond the Veil. Yeah, it's been so fun reading tarot, but Oracle cards, you get to kind of associate a little bit more of your own meaning, where tarot is meant to be intuitive, but the cards mean things. You make connections between what the cards mean and what this person is trying to understand, and you do so with intuition and with any like psychic abilities that you have. But Oracle decks, an energy kind of being pulled from thin air a little bit. Beyond the Veil. Balance. A veiled woman is poised and still. In her hands she holds a skull, a reminder of inescapable mortality. You will notice the yin-yang symbol faintly covering this image like a soft film, highlighting the balance between life and death. In Eastern thought, the yin-yang symbol suggests two complementary forces that make up life as we know it. The yin is the feminine principle, suggesting all that is female, darkness and passivity. The yang is the male essence, complementing the yin, that which is male, light, and active. We all have masculinity and femininity within us. Like the sun and the moon, these two forces cannot exist without one another. At the top of this card is the motto Carpe Diem, which means seize the day, a reminder to make the most of the time we have here on Earth before we pass from this realm to the next. We can embrace this outlook while living a balanced life, experiencing work and play, joy and sacrifice, excitement and calm in even measures. If you have drawn this card, it might be that you are feeling the effects of imbalance in your life. If you are socializing too much or working too hard, you may need to realign your priorities to strike a healthy and sustainable balance. I love this. A balancing of the feminine and masculine within oneself. There's a fly in here. A balancing of consciousness and unconsciousness, subconscious and conscious, life and death, how they create more meaning out of one another. Yeah, the yin yang symbol is so cool because, like, as you look at it, it draws your energies into balance just by pondering its image. Like, you can immediately kind of feel where you might be like overexerted on one end or underexerted on the other. It's kind of beautiful. That was the second deck that I got. I got one more deck, but I'm really excited about that as a study deck, and I might keep that private for a little bit longer. I'm gonna sit on that one privately, as one does. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Comment down below what's your favorite tarot deck to work with. I would love to know. Tell me everything. How'd you find each other? How's it going? Seeing my friends' tarot decks has been a very accessible way for me to learn tarot because I haven't always been able to collect different decks. But it's also been so cool to see how my friends who I know and understand their energies very well, obviously, relate to these decks. Often I find the decks so stunningly beautiful, but I'm like, they're not quite my type. We might not work together a lot. Barbara was a really unexpected exception to that. There are so many decks where I'm like, I don't need to own this, but the fact that I get to see it in use and see how it relates to my friend who I know so well, and I know like how this clicks and why this resonates, like that's such a fun process. I've been like so loyal to the Rider-Waite-Smith for the past year, and that's been such a, it's actually the Albano Waite-Smith. She's not like the other girls, she's colored slightly differently, but I've been really enjoying like learning the symbols, and like I said, it's very important to know what everything truly means. We now have decks that show you the original meanings plus so much depth that can be layered. Kind of nice to work with Rider-Waite-Smith because it's symbolically rich, but it's not overwhelming. It's pretty straightforward. All of that being said, I'm very excited to be working with decks that are more symbol laden and kind of focused in on different aspects of my interests and what I want to bring to the practice as a reader. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you are having a great time on your tarot journey. And yeah, if you have anything you want to share about it at all, please do comment below. Lots of love. We'll talk soon. Bye.